Okay, so interest and investment. So these first group of problems is mostly about markup, and then we have discount problems, and then we have tax problems. So markup means it's going to be more expensive than it used to be. So if the original price was $2,500 and we have a 20% markup, that means that we're going to pay 20% more, or 20% would be 0.20. You move the decimal place 2 places. 20% of $2,500 is, I think, $500, right? So we're going to pay $500 more. So the price would be like $2,500 plus 500 more, or 3,000. Now, the way we want to write this, however, is that when we have a 20% markup, we're paying full price plus 20% more. Well, full price is 100%. And if we have 20% more, then it's really 120% of, now remember percent, we can move it 2 places, right? So 1.20 times of means times the full price, $2,500. 1.2 times 2,500 should give us our $3,000. So the price we'll pay, the selling price of this, is $3,000. And that is our answer. Okay? So that's when you have a markup. So you can try some of these other problems. And I might even have an answer key somewhere. Okay? I could do one more markup, I guess. So 55% higher than full price would be like paying 155% of the price. So that's like paying 1.55 times the price. Times the price of 150 is how much? Times 1.55 gives us 1150 times 1.55 is 17.83. So that gives us 17.83. Okay, $17.83 is the full price, the selling price after you mark it up. It's a little bit more than, yeah, that makes sense. Almost half more. How about a discount? So it means it's on sale. We're going to pay 10% less. Good night, guys. 10% less is going to be like you're going to be paying 100 minus 10. You're going to actually be paying 90% of the price. So 90% of the price is, move it 2 places, 1, 2, 0.9 times the price. And that's what you'll be paying. Instead of 100% of the price, you'll be paying 90% of the price, 0.90 if you want to. 0.90 times 950 gives you $8.55. These should be pretty easy, straightforward. Tax. Tax is like you're paying some extra, some kind of sales tax. So instead of $1.99, which will be 100% of the price, you're going to pay 101% of the price, which is, move the decimal place 2 places, 1.01 times the price. 1.01 times the price of $1.99 gives you about $2. You could say 201 if you want to round up. Usually when we have to pay more money, the store is definitely going to round up, okay? Now when you get to these, try some of your other ones, but you have ones like number 11 where you have all these things happening, okay? So if you mark up 31%, that's like you're paying 1.31 times that original price, $249, which is what? On your calculator, you can just type 1.31 times 249.95. Get an answer. Now don't delete your answer. Just leave your answer there, and we're going to do something to that answer on the calculator. So on the graphing calculator especially, to save yourself work and mistakes, discount 35% from what we just calculated. So we're going to have a discount, which means we'll be paying 100 minus 35, which is 65%, right? 100% take away 35%. So 65% is 0.65 times whatever answer you already have sitting on your calculator. I think it should be about 327. So all you have to do now is say times, and it'll put an ANS on your graphic calculator there. And then 0.65. And you get about 212. Leave that on your calculator and say, okay, the final thing, so we're doing this in 3 steps here. The final thing is 6% tax. So we're actually paying 106% of whatever that previous calculator answer was, or 1.06 times. So let's multiply times, on your calculator just hit times, 1.06. And the final answer should be 225.60. That's what you should be paying after you've had the markup and then the discount and then the tax. Okay? So that's how you do that.